Last time I was with GamePub, my heart told me that GamePub is going to win. But now I think that that KlikTech is a bit in advantage just because of they've been team for quite a while. They have experience topping Joksic. Yeah, it's a stand-in, but I definitely think that they can take this one home.
Give me the result.
16-11 for KlikTech.
All right, what about you?
You say 16-9 KlikTech.
Okay, that's pretty close. So guys, we are soon ready to go live, and of course players are already warming up on the server, so we're going for a short break. After that we're jumping straight into the game, and our casters for, once again, this time for this match are Dean and Hoka.
Alright guys, welcome back to the Adria Masters. We do have KlikTech facing off against GamePub in the second map of Group A. And we should have a pretty good one coming up in it. It is myself, Dean, alongside Hawkett as always to take you through the action. And I'm looking forward to this one. We have, of course, Joxa coming in and standing in for the KlikTech side. And I haven't seen him since he was removed from the Valiance roster. So looking forward to see what he can do on this one.
Yeah, definitely should be exciting to see if he can perform for this team. Standing in, as the desk pointed out, for Savy, who couldn't make it, which is a slight shame for KlikTech, but I still think they should be favourites coming into this matchup. At the same time, GamePub have had a chance to reset that momentum from that poor second half that kind of went against them back in that opening map of the day. So they've still got a chance here. They had a really good start against B-Pro. So yeah, they were a bit of a surprise package earlier on into that map. So they could still compete here as we already are heading underway into the pistol. A lot of nades brought up for GamePub. Those two HEs are thrown down Banana at the start of the round, and action coming in, but already the first kill goes the way of KlikTech.
Yeah, nice shot by Radden to open that one up. So yeah, 5-on-4 being taken in favour of the CT side. Continuing the fight as well. Yorick needs to be careful here, doesn't want to go down. He does have that only utility that they have to work with, and also not really having the Kevlar. I don't know if he wants to be taking that duel so much. Aim punch would be a factor, of course. But yeah, GamePub 4-on-5, and it looks like they probably will just be forced towards this A-bomb site now, and it's not too bad of a play indeed. Two players in position to try and hold this down, rather. That's a nice kill to be found as Collins does fall, and no trades are being returned by GamePub. So far, everything done in favour of the CT side. It's all USP is on the scoreboard as Holmes is there to close that one out. So KlikTech picked themselves up that pistol and start this one off with a 1-0 lead. Don't as a single player as well. Don't think there was even much damage done.
Yeah, really convincing start here, and I think that certainly bodes well for KlikTech's chances. As we kind of saw in the previous game, GamePub were the underdogs, and they really needed that strong start to put themselves in contention. So if KlikTech can deny that, they should have a good chance, but they have only gone for the one rifle here, which could be a risk up against the pistols. Push comes in, and we're already gets the opening kill. He was one of the players that performed well on that previous map, but oh no, a team kill comes in the midst of the banana play. And that man advantage is quickly shut down.
Yeah, a bit panicked, I guess, to get that kill while being in the Molotov. You have to get it fast, of course, before you burn alive. So I guess you can forgive him a bit. Shot by Chev, actually, and Colin's going to be able to take down a kill as well. Not quite sure who that is. I can't remember. I actually can't remember who that is. Name was.
I think it's Skipper.
Oh, I think it is Skipper. Yeah, probably is. So yeah, 3-on-3, 3-on-2 rather. Holmes going to be able to go ahead and trade one back. So back into an equal situation in terms of the manpower. There is 2 defuse kits available. MP9s, though, not really the best weapons. You can see Radden even going ahead and using the CZ instead. And he actually doesn't win that fight out. Collins with the MP9 wins it, gets himself a second in the round. And now it's all down to Holmes to try and stop GamePub from pulling off this upset with only pistols. And it's looking difficult. Still a bit of time to work with. At least he knows there's one player up in the apartments now. Muffy making his position known. And ooh, they almost got caught off guard. Holmes from short to take one, but Collins to go ahead and take it into a hat-trick in total in that round. And GamePub go ahead and equalise the scoreline. You said in the previous map it was getting off to a good start that made them actually be able to at least make it a respectable scoreline. And once again, I'd say they are coming in as underdogs. So yeah, that's pretty good now that they get to pull that one off. Now it'll be KlikTech that are going to work with the force by Scout and pistols and one MP9 for Holmes at least to work with. CZ perhaps even better though.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the CZs did work for GamePub there, so KlikTech will try to do the same into this third round. And again, GamePub only have 2 Galils in play in terms of rifles, not a single AK to work with. So doesn't exactly look like the best advice for GamePub. Up against the CZs, this could certainly still be a close round. So far, though, no real fights being taken by either side. In fact, no damage done up until this point, despite some nades being used, none of them connecting. We are seeing Joxic here hold from fairly far back with his CZ, but I don't think he's going to be tested in towards mid. GamePub are very happy to take this round slowly.
Yeah, when you're up against those pistols especially, you don't want to be given those close range duels up towards the CT players, so just take your time, make sure you clear all the positions correctly. Stick together and make sure that the trades can be found. But it seems like after they get the control of the apartments, they're just going to go ahead and back off now and try and hit this B-bomb site. 4 players grouping up on Banana. We can see Raiden and also Madden are going to be ready to try and hold this one down. And let's see if they're going to be able to pull it off. Smoke going to be put in play to at least waste a bit of time before their time. And Let's see, they may actually be forced to go through this one. This is going to be really awkward. No flashes available, going to be able to make their way in towards the pit. One player alive in oranges will find a single kill before eventually falling. Now a 4-on-4 as the site is going to be taken over. Smoke's going down means that this is going to be a very difficult retake now for KlikTech. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off. They don't have the defuse kit. Pistol's not really the best weapon to retake on the site with by any means. And yeah, there you go, all down to Raiden now with that scout, last man standing. And I think he may just want to try and back off. Not sure if they're going to allow for this though.
1 HP, quickly finished off by Chev. Here's GamePub, who look good to take control of this matchup. A pause has come through from KlikTech, which gives us a little bit of time to just go off of the fact that Juric still has -1 kill, even though his team has been winning the rounds. Always fun to point out. But yeah, GamePub doing a pretty good job in that round. I mean, you saw there, it was Raid with the scout who was on the other side, but he just got smoked off for pretty much the entirety of that round. He was the last player left alive, and he just couldn't do anything there. With that scout, if you do get smoked off into that position, there's not much you can do. So a well-played round by GamePub. Pretty standard smokes towards B, but they get the job done. And now a pause comes in from KlikTech. It is a technical issue because it wouldn't really make sense to take a tactical timeout here. They're going to be on a full eco into the next round anyway. So it's just a TeamSpeak issue that KlikTech are working to get fixed. And it will almost certainly be GamePub taking a 3-1 lead after this technical issue is resolved.
Yeah, most likely. KlikTech will look to try and just get as many kills as they can, keep the economy modest. Tony Collins so far has really built himself up too much money. He is 7,350 in the bank. You can see Weir and Juric have basically nothing, $0 and $50. So yeah, the economy not building up too strongly for GamePub, but they want to take this round as cleanly as they can, and ideally allow for those SMGs to go and try and build up money. It'll be interesting to see who actually picks up the op in this map. On the D side of Inferno, it's not really needed, but over on that CT side, we kind of seen it, at least on Train, kind of been swapped around. I'd say Weir had the most success, but most of the time I believe it was Muffy who picked it up. And look at this, so much damage early on towards Banana. The Molotov does plenty of work, as does the nade to assist. And GamePub get themselves a perfectly clean round, only a tiny bit of damage being received. And also Juric able to get himself 3 kills. Wasn't with the SMGs though, it was mostly with utility, I believe.
Yeah, the nades getting the majority of the kills in that round, which you don't see too often. However, it will be the buy round coming in now. KlikTech don't have a kit to work with, but they have full rifles, which is something that GamePub don't have the luxury of saying in terms of their buy. They've only got the 2 Galils, so still no, I guess you could say, premium weaponry for them. No AKs, no AWPs, which almost everyone prefers. So it is that bonus round coming in from GamePub. They can still afford to buy into the next one, even if they lose. So they will mainly just be trying to make sure that this round is at least close. They can at least do some damage. We'll see if that's the case as they look to explode out on towards A. Smokes up, though, so they're not finding any fights as of yet. But, oh, actually, a couple of kills come in. A really nice off angle comes in there from Skipper. He gets the first 2 kills through, and the rifle's looking good to hold this site. The flank is coming in down mid. Oh, wow, okay. Muffy wins that fight, so the round isn't over yet, but just as I say that, Skipper gets a 3rd on the round. And there we go, they do close out the win.
Yeah, really nice round coming in from KlikTech, so they managed to pick up that first gun round. As we can see though in that previous one, GamePub, they didn't actually decide to upgrade, so it was a bit of a bonus. They still have enough to get the investment into this round. And even if they lose this, I think they'd probably be able to buy for 1 more. Collins is enough to drop over 1 rifle, and also Chev and Muffy could buy for themselves. So yeah, we'd probably see another buy coming out, but ideally GamePub now, their goal is to try and get that reset in, try and break the economy of KlikTech. Winning that round with 3 players alive in the previous means they don't really build up too much economy. So crucial for both teams to try and pick this one up, and right now it's just going to be a bit of a default coming in by GamePub. A lot of the focus being put over towards the A side of the map, looking to try and get control towards brackets, it seems. Look at this, Joxic getting so aggressive through the smoke, probably for the best that he does eventually decide to back off there. If he did go through, likely would have been taken down. So that controlling towards mid now, going in favour of GamePub. They force KlikTech back off a bit more passively onto the sites, and the rotate comes in as well now, as it is going to be this A-Rap. Nice kill coming in from Raiden to get 1. Collins will actually trade that back by dropping Skipper, but Joxic is still alive on the site itself, able to find 1. Will he be able to find anything else is the question, as he is still alive, but 2 players now are going to be trapping him in, coming from either side. But there we go, Collins with 1, Juric with the other, and another round goes in favour of GamePub as they come in instantly with that reset. And yeah, look at the economy now for KlikTech. They'll be forced back onto an eco. 3 players I think are going to be actually in double eco territory. So force buy looking likely, and it is going to be the case.
Only pistols to show for their investments so far. And the same goes for Raid there. He decides not to go for a rifle, decides to pick up the utility instead. So it's all pistols for KlikTech to play with into this 7th round. We'll see what that can do for them. They are up against full rifles this time, apart from Chev, who's gone down to the Mac 10. So not going to be all that easy for them to get the kills through. Currently, though, just holding back. Inferno is certainly a map where you can play, you know, a couple of cheeky close-range angles and get some kills through with the CZ. But we already see Made go down over towards Banana. He was fighting a little bit alone there. Raid wasn't in a position to try and trade with him, so quite an easy opening kill comes through for GamePub. That will prompt a bit of a rotate towards B, but again, a slow T side from GamePub so far.
Yeah, definitely taking their time. As you would really expect on Inferno, you go for the default, you hold, wait and see if you can get any kills, and then you get control towards either Banana or mid. So yeah, just getting the map control to work with, and especially up against those pistols, as you said, so many different positions that they can get aggressive in and towards apartments. They can play up close on Banana, they can play up close even on mid. So you have to be very cautious when you know that the opposing team is going to be working with that slightly weaker buy. Let's see now. 30 seconds remain, and 35 rather, so GamePub have to make a decision about where they want to bring this, and you can see that is going to be over towards B. Still a lot of presence being shown towards mid, and Raiden's actually going to be able to win out that first fight against Chev, so brought back into a 4-on-4 for the moment. The attack towards B now potentially could be shut down from this boost position. Let's see though, not actually able to find themselves a kill, nor really too much damage. So the bomb should now be planted, and it's going to be a very difficult retake. One positive is they do actually have the fuse kits to work with.
See if they can get some kills through. You can see 3 players lining up in towards Ruins, ready to go for the push. Urich could have been in trouble here. 2 HP over towards Banana, but no push comes in towards him. There's going to be push coming through elsewhere. Kills coming in. Trades come back as Joxic gets up close. The kills all come in. Really well traded out by KlikTech there. I did not expect them to have any chance, but the push came through Ruins. They were able to get up close with those pistols. And not good enough for GamePub. They can't hold on to the round win. And this has been a pretty scrappy start to this game. It is still GamePub with the slight lead in terms of rounds, and they still have a bye, but not exactly what they were looking for there.
Yeah, definitely not. That's a round that they probably should have been winning, but it somehow works out for KlikTech. A 4-on-4 retake is never easy on that B-bomb site, even when you have the full rifles, and they managed to pull it off with mostly just pistols. So really good retake indeed. KlikTech get themselves around that. Brings it into a pretty equal situation once again. GamePub rather, as we can see, they can afford to buy. Not perfect. The only real weaknesses were being forced down to the UMP, but other than that, it is pretty solid. But let's see now who's going to be able to take this round, because once again, both teams working with very little economy, so going to be a round that's quite important. Whoever wins this should be able to force the other team onto an eco. There we go. Joxic does find one. Will be traded out though, as the pile from the apartments will be coming into play, just dropping in towards Pip. But there we go. Skipper to find himself one. Holmes trying to lock down on mid, but the kills elsewhere on that bomb site are going to be going in favour of GamePub, so they do get themselves that control. And the bomb plant now should be coming in, as it's going to be up to another retake now for KlikTech to try and pull it off, this time on the A-bomb site. And a 3-on-3.
Still some nades left for GamePub to try and slow this down as well. You can see the smoke goes up. There is a slight gap in that left-hand side, which is something Muffy is aware of, and you can see the mollies slow things down further. The push comes in, the spray comes out. Muffy is not going to get the kill. The molly takes it down, but the damage is done. Really well-timed mollies again there from GamePub, but KlikTech were all trying to push from the same position, which was always going to be awkward on that retake. I think they just realized that they had to make a play. They didn't really have the time to be sitting around, and the push, unfortunately for them, does not work out. So GamePub come out to a pretty convincing lead now, a 5-3 scoreline, and again KlikTech falls back to pistols, although we have seen them win with these CZs in the past, so certainly can't count them out, especially with 2 saved rifles.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they bought around this, and just as I go to say it, they do indeed. So an MP9 and a UMP are going to be coming out into Eagle for Radin. It's not too bad. We've seen them win with the worst buys, as you said, just a couple of rounds ago. They managed to pull it off with just pistols, so certainly still a possibility. But GamePub getting themselves back into a pretty solid lead, 2 rounds in their favour, and they are, of course, on the T side of Inferno, so they'll be happy if it keeps going back and forth like this. Always going to favour the team that's playing on that terrorist side, of course. There we go. Banana control going to be coming in now as the D-side grouping up with 4 players. So they may have a bit of a plan coming in immediately towards this round. Might want to just try and hit that B-bomb site. Bit of damage being found as they push Redden back off onto a much more passive angle. He'll actually be put up on top of that boost once again. But this has already been used. So GamePub, if they do commit to B, probably should be checking this one.
Yeah, you did say if they commit to B, because that's not guaranteed just yet, with Chev still sticking around over towards mid, making sure they have some control over towards A. But the B play will be coming in. All 5 players are grouping up. So let's see if they can clear that position you were talking about. Looks like they're not fully committing to the push just yet, though. The 2 smokes have already been deployed, and now the follow-up smokes will come through yet again. So the push is going to come through with 44 seconds left. First kill could come in shortly. There we go. Chev does clear the first position. Raid only good for 1 kill on the boosted spots there. They didn't actually clear it on the initial push, but with the Deeg, it's only 1 kill available. Couldn't really spray away. And that was GamePub in a good position. Although we'll take some damage from that MP9 and nearly a chance for Skippy. But as he goes down, the chances of the round win should also fall with him.
Yeah, you can see already KlikTech have decided to just go for the save. They should actually be forced onto an eco now, so GamePub are in a position to make this a very solid T-side, get themselves up to already 7 rounds most likely. Nice kill by Holmes at least, so they shut down Yorick. That should give the ability for them to go ahead and save these rifles, I believe. I think Weir is hunting that one down, but he is extremely low HP, so perhaps himself doesn't want to lose that rifle. But let's see. He's going to be coming into contact in just a moment, and yeah, he wins that fight out against Joxic, so one of those weapons will be dropped. It's only Holmes who can carry the M4 over. Other than that, though, I don't really think they're going to have too much. Maybe a couple upgraded pistols at the most. Other than, yeah, they can't really afford it to invest anything into this round, I don't think. We'll be getting only 2,400 in this next round, so if they want to actually be able to get out a decent amount of utility, yeah, likely going to be just those default pistols. CZ and the P250 at least going to be bought up. But it should be a fairly easy time for GamePub now to get themselves that 7th round.
Yeah, it's been a pretty scrappy and sort of hotly contested game so far. We haven't really had any one-sided rounds. Actually, round 4 was pretty one-sided, that eco that KlikTech ended up losing. But other than that, yeah, every round has been pretty close. So this is another chance for GamePub to take a convincing round win, trying to hold on to as many rifles as possible. Again, their money isn't all that well built up, so they will be hoping to only lose 1 gun, really, maybe 2 in this round, just to make sure they can build up some cash. And they will decide to go towards the A site to try and get this clean round win. Already Skippy taking the first fight, although it's actually Joxic to fall first. There we go, the A site cracked open with ease, and that's the round 1 just like that.
I have no idea what's happened to my GoTV. I'm stuck on a smoke or something, but some kills coming in, trades being found, and they will all go in favour of GamePub. They have to get the final 2, so a 7th round indeed, as we expected, is going to be put onto the board for GamePub. And there we go, I think my camera's back to normal now. I'm not sure what was going on. But yeah, KlikTech onto the buy once again. Need to try and take this one, and it's not going to be perfect. They have the smokes at least onto all their players, a couple flashes as well. But no Molotovs to try and hold it down later into the round, then to actually slow down the attacks, to get a bit of damage done as well. And no op either. Have we seen an op brought out at all yet in this map? I don't think so.
Not that I remember.
I think it's just been all rifles. You can bring it out on that CT side, but then again, KlikTech haven't really had the economy to actually do so.
Well, into this round 11, as you were saying, it is just the full rifles on both teams. He's decided to take the 1M4, but already it's Holmes to get the first kill over towards mid. That's 4A stack working for the first frag. However, if the push were to come in towards B quickly, they could be in trouble. And you can see they are very aware of that. KlikTech, after getting the man advantage, rotate over. It's going to get 1 kill. Raiden also there on the hold, trying to hold behind the smoke. But I think this, yeah, he's actually going to try and reposition, which could have worked, but the molly's about to come into play. So I think the bomb can now go down. The GamePub have taken quite a long time here, so this retake's still very doable with the man advantage.
Definitely. That one defuse kit. They do have a bit of utility still, and Raiden going to be able to find 1 at least before he falls in towards construction. So they do manage to keep the trades in their favour once again, and that's a nice find by Joxic, and they don't expect Skipper from behind. Collins falls, and KlikTech are going to be able to get themselves that 4th round onto the board. will still be going up against the buy though. I believe at least 2 more buys should be afforded for GamePub before they are going to be forced onto an eco, and even by then they'll begin to build up that loss bonus. So let's see, KlikTech need to step it up now, and ideally probably want to take themselves the remaining 4 rounds and get that 8-7 lead going into the second half to be happy with what they're able to achieve in this one.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get this round win together and finally string some rounds together, because KlikTech haven't been able to win any subsequent rounds so far. This could be their chance to do so. Going to see GamePub already go in towards top mid. No damage really being done, but just as I say that, Holmes gets a double kill. Really nicely done to get that second frag through there. I thought the trade was coming in straight away, but that doesn't come out. And that means that GamePub are looking tentative on this push. Just as I say that though, Chev gets a double kill coming out through apartments. He makes the difference. The rotate has come through, but he completely opens up the site. And with the smokes being down, this is going to be a free bomb plant.
Yeah, and once again, the retake is going to have to come in, this time with a man disadvantage. And look at that nade done actually only 2 damage. How did that happen? Yorick to find a kill elsewhere though, so all down to Raiden now, left alone in a 1-on-3. And he probably just wants to back off and save at this point. I don't think he's really going to be able to pull this one off. You can see their economy not looking great, and yeah, that's going to be another reset coming in. Once again, they're not able to chain any rounds together. Take 1 round, that's the one that follows it immediately, and that's always going to work out in favour of the team that's on the D side, as I said. Nice find by Raiden to find 1 at least, but flanked out by Yorick to get the final kill. So GamePub 8-4 now. They win out this half at least, and with the economy now for KlikTech, it's likely they're going to be able to increase this lead at least a bit further.
Yeah, you would certainly expect that to be the case, especially as KlikTech are literally going to invest nothing into this round. Well, this should be rather one-sided. See what KlikTech can do with just the default pistols. Already, GamePub leaning over towards A. We have seen them go for a few faster-paced rounds recently. It looks like we might see another quick round in towards A. Some aggression comes in. Okay, then. That Molotov gets the kill over towards Banana. I didn't quite see how that happened, but it's an easy opening frag for Urich, who also follows it up with his AK. And GamePub, yeah, making this look easy. Urich already finding 3 kills through. Oh, there we go. Joxic gets 1 kill back, but the damage, well, okay. Actually gets a second there. That was surprising. Some damage is done, but nothing too considerable. Into the late stages of this half as well, that shouldn't really be relevant.
Yeah, it won't be. 2 rounds remaining. They can obviously have a buy into this one. If they lose this, they have plenty of money to buy into the next on the GamePub side, so not really any impact for those extra frags. Perhaps a bit of confidence for Joxic rather, and you can see with those extra kills, he's also able to get himself a bit of a better buy. He does manage to get an op out. I'm not sure if he bought that himself or if it was dropped over. Either way, he does have that to work with, and I believe that's the first we've seen so far in this map. And look at this, going to go for that aggressive peek. And he takes that opening kill on towards Colin. So man advantage is claimed for KlikTech, but it doesn't last very long. Holmes actually gets taken down, so back into a 4-on-4. This A-Rap going to be coming in, it seems, but Joxic doing so much work. Takes it up to a hat-trick already and actually gets control of that bomb in towards middle now. Muffy has been able to creep in towards Arch and may try and wrap around towards Library, try and find this rotator, but it's a bit of an awkward position because they don't have the bomb and both players are just so split up. Nice find by Muffy at least to get that 1 kill. So 2 versus 3 now. Still a winnable situation, I suppose. And currently the bomb not being actually held under, by any CT players other than the one who's in mid. And he actually will be able to find that 1 kill. So all down to Muffy.
Smokes are up. Well, never mind. Smokes are up, but they don't really do anything because in comes the final kill of the round. But, I mean, all things considered, GamePub will be already quite happy with this first half performance, especially because it was their T side on Train that they struggled with in terms of, you know, getting rounds on the board. They've already got 9 here. That should be more than enough for Inferno. So they've managed to overcome their sort of previous deficiencies on the T side, maybe due to the map, of course. Inferno's a bit more balanced. But yeah, they'll certainly be the happier of the 2 teams so far. And again, we're going to see them all stick together at the start here. They all go over towards Banana. If they were to go for the push right now, though, KlikTech have 3 players ready to try and lock down that B bomb site. So GamePub might need to be careful. Doesn't look like they're going to fully commit to that B push, though.
Yeah, not for the moment. As you can see, they are going to be just backing off. Problem is, they didn't take any control over towards A, so they don't really know if there's anyone pushed into the apartments or anything. As we can see right now, it's a bit of a gamble actually coming in by KlikTech. They have 3 players positioned on this B bomb site. And it was looking to be the correct decision, but with a couple of players backing off now, it could still go either way for GamePub. Still have plenty of time to work with, of course. Let's see what their goal is going to be in the end. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and get this mid control now. So that's going to go ahead and maybe just put something into the mind of KlikTech and make them question themselves whether they should keep these 3 players over on the actual B bomb site. And it seems like they are going to actually keep them in place. And this is the correct decision. GamePub once again taking this back towards B. 45 seconds now for them to try and take over this bomb site. And they do have a decent amount of utility to try and do so.
Time is starting to tick down a little bit. As that smoke comes in, though, the push is going to come out. Here we go, an explosive push through the smoke. Maiden, though, gets a couple back before the trade comes in, and there's a massive gap here. Raid doesn't get the frag. Colin shuts him down with a quick headshot. That should have been a kill there for Raid onto the first player crossing, but he couldn't time it through the smoke. And that means that GamePub have the advantage, and oh no. Joxic unscopes at just the wrong time. Juric peeking in towards him for the frag. It's all up to Skippy, who's against 3 players low on health. But there we go. Collins nails the headshot. And you can see very, very low HP on the surviving players. But GamePub get double digits.
Yeah, 10-5 half in favor of GamePub. We do have to remember KlikTech did take that pistol. But of course, it was instantly returned by GamePub. And throughout the entire half, those 5 rounds that KlikTech picked up, not a single one was beside another that they actually got. You can see it's always 1 blue and then just surrounded by the yellow or orange rather for the T side on that scoreboard. But yeah, coming into this one now, going to be a crucial pistol to say the least for KlikTech to pick up. It's a very cliche to say that, but it is the case. It's so important to pick up. It can get you up to 3 rounds depending on which side you're on. And as long as you're able to actually win out against those force buys, of course. But let's see now. 2 players for the T side going for utility. Joxic and Holmes. Now the Fuse get interesting enough for the CT side to work with. And right now a very aggressive push just coming straight in down mid. Collins will be the one to actually open this one up. Traded back almost instantly though. So 4-on-4 once again in play. But look at this. Joxic just gets himself right in behind his opponents. Basically touching him with the barrel of his gun. And that puts it down to only Juric now in a 1-on-3. And he's over on the B side of the map. So A is going to be taken over by the T side. The bomb plant is going to be found. And it's not going to be an easy retake by any means for Juric.
Yeah, he's making noise here. I think he should have been heard by Joxic, who's just sitting in the smoke. Oh, sorry, there is a smoke up, I was going to say, but Joxic is just going to fall back. You can see Juric having to watch so many angles. Flash comes in, that draws Juric's attention over towards Arch, but Joxic isn't there. So again, smart play, just kind of using up a bit more time. Juric obviously has to be scared of that. And, well, Juric is just going to get shot in the back. Not really the best effort on the 1v3, but to be honest, he never really had a chance there. The round was already lost from those previous trades down in towards mid. And now it's up to GamePub to try and win with this force buy. 3 CZs in play alongside the Scout and the P250. And KlikTech, they're going to try and not make the same mistake that we saw from that first half. They've gone for 3 AKs just to try and secure this round win. And that should be good for them to be able to get this round win through. But I guess you never know with the CZs.
Yeah, you definitely never know. You can see some amazing headshots coming in one round. Some drive-bys with them as well. Full speed. But let's see. On the CT side, at least, it's going to be up to them being able to actually connect those shots. And you can see right now, mostly close range angles being held. A bit of a nice setup in towards the apartments, actually. The only problem is that, well, I was going to say mid giving up, but actually Collins is in position with the scout. So yeah, nice setup on the A-bomb site. Problem is, as we can see once again, with this banana control coming in, the bomb is going to be, for the moment at least, focused over towards this B side of the map. Still a lot of time left, so not going to be forced into committing anytime soon. Juric has a flash as well, which could be thrown in for them to try and get an aggressive peek in towards Banana, but instead looks like he is going to position towards Oranges and set up this pop flash, which could allow for him and his teammate to get a lot of work done. And here we go now, the commitment is looking to be coming in, it seems. Once again, as I said, I thought it was going to be slowed down, so yeah, let's see, that smoke being in place, I guess, forcing KlikTech to wait a couple of moments.
Yeah, time could become a factor, but I assume KlikTech will be pushing shortly, so shouldn't be a massive consideration. Indeed, with 28 seconds left, here we go. Counter flash comes in. The CZs don't get the kill, though. Finally, Chev opens up, but the trades are coming in. Oh, there's still a player in that corner there. Chev only gets a second kill on the hold, though. They managed to overlook that spot there in second oranges. They didn't expect the two players to be positioned there. However, it doesn't really matter too much. The CZ only good for the one frag, and that means that the retake looks very unlikely. The Pistols might be able to get up close here, but just as I say that, Raid is going to get another kill out. And, ooh, Muffy picks up a scout and gets one quick kill. We need a lot more, though, and it's not going to come through. So KlikTech do hold on to the round win. Some damage done from GamePub, though, but still a pretty convincing round win from KlikTech. It always felt like they were in control there, really.
Yeah, definitely seemed to be the case. Yeah, GamePub going to be going for one full eco now. I doubt they're really going to invest anything. They need that utility Inferno, one of the maps where having those smokes and Molotovs are just so important. And I don't know if I really like that they actually bought up into that previous round. I think they probably could have afforded to just go for that double eco and make sure that their first buy round was going to be optimal, but Captain Hindsight, of course. Let's see now, 2 SMGs, 3 rifles for KlikTech, so playing it moderately safe. Those SMGs, of course, can be sent out first to scout, try and build up some economy. Toxic being one of those as well, he'll have the ability to try and build up that bank, and here we go. Holmes going to be able to take himself too, as was Toxic, and Holmes to take it up to that 3k. So a perfect round by KlikTech, don't lose a single player. Nice anti-eco indeed, but now the rifles will come out for GamePub, and this is where we find out if KlikTech are going to bring this back to a very close game, or if GamePub are going to be able to increase that lead just a little bit further.
Yeah, that round previously was perfect for KlikTech in pretty much every way. Getting all the kills onto the Mac 10s as well, exactly what they would have wanted, and that allows Joxic to buy up the AWP into this round. The extra bonus money for those SMG kills allows him to get the AWP and the full nades, which is always nice. Heading into the first gun rounds, that might be something that GamePub don't expect, especially on the T side of Inferno. A lot of teams won't go for that AWP, so GamePub don't expect that to be in play. Joxic could do some damage, but it's actually Holmes to get the first kill already. That was over in towards apartments somewhere. He's managed to get that opening. He goes through the smoke. The Mac-10 gets another frag through. And, well, GamePub just collapse on their defense. Only 2 players alive now in a 5v2. Yeah, this round is done.
Yeah, KlikTech stepping it up now on the T side, and this is just giving me flashbacks to that previous game where GamePub were able to get themselves a pretty decent lead and then not close it out. This could get awkward. KlikTech, of course, we said once again, they were the favourites coming into this one. I believe they were predicted by most people on the desk, if not all. So, gonna be interesting now to see if GamePub will be able to actually close this one out on the CT side. Into this round, at least, they won't have too much. Due to the money bonus, they can get themselves some pistols and Kevlar. But that's about it. We're actually giving himself some extra economy. Not going for the Kevlar means that he may try and buy up that off into the next round, which is something I'd like to see. KlikTech once again playing this round really safe, holding back, looking to try and get this control towards Banana. And oh, those nades actually don't get the kill, but it is going to be the rifle to finish him off. Chev now left alone on that B-bomb site with only 32 HP to try and hold it down. Looks like KlikTech will probably slow the pace at least.
Rifles come into CT if they want to push that nade. They get 1 kill for the CT side. However, the AKs reply with 2 of their own. Ooh, how has Weir got that kill? Okay, well, the CZ running through the molly gets a frag. Shouldn't be impactful on the round, though. Muffy is the one man left alive. And, yeah, it looks like KlikTech will be making their way on towards B shortly. Don't know if they'll expect the flank, but I still don't think Muffy can get much done.
Yeah, probably not. If you can get 1 more kill at least, that'd be a decent amount of damage. The economy already built up pretty decent, pretty decently for KlikTech. There we go. Skipper going to get the final kill. So 10 to 10 now. The scoreline is equalized. GamePub will be able to get the buyout, and it should be better than the previous, where has enough to go for the op. As I said, they're just in that previous round. But does he actually decide to buy it up is the question, because he kind of shied away from it in on train after the first few rounds. There we go, he does bring it out. So this is what I'm looking to try and see. Currently 14 to 15, and we know that this is the weapon that he can have a lot of impact on. We've seen him step it up multiple times on train. But now, will he be able to do it under pressure is the question, because the scoreline after being equalised after a 10 to 5 half in favour of GamePub originally, they are still on the favourite side of the map at least. But now, KlikTech, another slow round. Not as much control towards Banana this time around. Instead, the focus is going to be put over towards the apartments.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to take things slowly, though. Both teams not wanting to go for any early aggression. The scoreline being all tied up. No one really wanting to make a mistake. Obviously, it's KlikTech who still have the control here. They have quite a lot of money built up now across the board, so they could get away with 2-round losses before they would really be worrying about that economy. Whereas GamePub are constantly on the edge of not having that cash in the bank, which is never a position you want to be in. And again, a slow round from KlikTech here. With 45 seconds left, though, that bomb is leaning over towards A. There are currently 3 players here from GamePub, and KlikTech don't have any presence over towards Banana, so I don't expect a rotate to come off of this bomb site. So it might not be that easy for KlikTech to overwhelm A. They've got to overcome this 3-man hold.
Yeah, they're going to be wrapping around though, so this does make it a little bit more complicated for the CTs to try and hold it down. And there you go, Joxic to find the first. There will be some nice trades to be found for Muffy. And look at this being completely shut down. Joxic is left all alone to try and pick up the ace clutch, and it won't happen. Muffy with, I believe, 4 kills into that round, will retrieve that up as well. So Dolop setup actually going to be brought into this round now for GamePub, but they do actually manage to reclaim that lead for now. As the buy once again comes out for KlikTech, as you would expect, and they still have enough for another buy after this round. So it has to be a few rounds at least chained together for GamePub now if they want to actually solidify themselves in this lead.
Yeah, KlikTech got really caught by the time there. There was a smoke in towards A-Long. They had to just pile through it, and that crossfire from GamePub worked so incredibly well between Muffy and, I think it was Urich. I can't exactly remember, but either way, that crossfire did so much. And yeah, that was mainly just down to the time. KlikTech didn't have enough time to go for that push forwards. They had to go through the smoke. Already, though, in this round, it's going to be the opening kill in towards Banana. Raids pushing forwards, gets him the first frag. So even though GamePub got that 1-round win, and you saw them celebrating because of it, they could be in trouble here. If they were to lose this round, their money is certainly questionable. And already we're seeing further aggression coming in towards B, which is a little bit risky from KlikTech. They haven't been caught off guard as of yet, though, so still just a 5v4, a man advantage, but this will be a slow round because right now the bomb has been left behind.
Yeah, they still have 50 seconds to work with, but they can't really afford to leave that for too much longer. I think Maiden is going to be on back to actually retrieve that one for himself, and it looks like they might commit towards A, or at least that's currently where most of the pressure is being put towards. Raiden and this could be on B though, but yeah, he's just going to be left to lurk, I believe, is maybe going to go ahead and fall back. I think he himself is kind of questioning that decision. But here we go, to wrap towards A once again, similar to the previous round, but this time around they have at least a bit more time to work with, and some nice shots being connected indeed. 2 opening headshots to be found. Collins is still alive on the bomb site at least, but he only finds 1 kill in this situation. That is not enough. And Raiden finally going to be allowed to pounce on that lurk. So there we have it, an 11 scoreline equalized once again, and the reset comes in as GamePub's economy is going to be completely destroyed. They don't have enough to buy into this round. They have 1 player who's actually going to be on a double eco, and even if they buy into this next round, it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah, this is GamePub looking like they are in real trouble now. Only that 1 round won on this CT side, and again their money is becoming a problem for them. KlikTech, I mean, they haven't had to do anything too crazy on their T side, to be honest. It's just been sort of well executed. It seems like the timings are right. Even with the stand-in, even with Joxic, they've still been able to win most of the fights. And that will continue here, of course, only up against the pistols. As you would expect, the kills come through. Weir is the sole survivor for GamePub in this round, but I don't expect him to be surviving for too much longer because he only has a USP and 5 players to try and find, which isn't going to happen.
You can never doubt Weir. Maybe you can.
He's dead.
Very dead. But yeah, 12 to 11. KlikTech able to get themselves into the lead now. For, I believe, the first time in this game, other than when they picked the pistol. So yeah, 12 to 11. Another gun round coming out. And if GamePub don't win this, likely going to be a 14, likely 14 if he picked up for KlikTech before the buy comes out once again. So potentially only 2 more buys now for GamePub. It's not even going to be perfect into this one. A UMP, a FAMAS, 3 M4s, and not really too much utility either to back it up. And early on into this round at least, they go for something a little bit different. 3 players over towards Banana to focus on that control. Will they try and actually get aggressive is the question, and it does look to be the case. Joxic is going to be here to try and hold it down. Spots out a couple of players at least. And I think GamePub probably don't want to continue trying to aggress down Banana now at this point. They may just want to go ahead and fall back off. Leaving one player in towards Sandbags, interestingly. He does have assistance still. As KlikTech have decided to focus that control towards the mid instead, which has actually been achieved quite easily.
Ooh, this could get really awkward. The boost coming in. Yeah, I was going to say, Weir was peeking in towards that car position there, so that could have got really awkward. But both teams get out safely. Weir decides to fall back to the site. And KlikTech, again, they're not really liking any quick plays. I mean, their slow plays have been working quite well. They've been pretty methodical and just making sure they have the exact idea lined up beforehand, and that seems to be what's working for them. So again, we will see the same come through, and GamePub haven't really gone aggressive to try and counter that. So as the push comes in towards B, we'll see if the same happens here. There comes the first kill for Joxic. Trades coming back and forth, but oh, GamePub destroy the push. Where did those kills come from? Just well-placed, I guess, crossfires on the site shut it all down. And that round was over and done with in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, that was a really nice hold from GamePub and a much-needed round. Once again, back and forth. Continues to be so. KlikTech will be looking to try and get that reset in immediately, and as we can see, GamePub not really having much economy left over in the bank, having to reinvest into all that utility, of course. So still a very important round for GamePub. Can't afford to get reset for what would be probably the 5th or 6th time in this game, I believe. Let's see now. Control towards Banana coming in. KlikTech should achieve that quite easily, but Yurik is looking to try and get aggressive, and with a flash he is given an opportunity. Sadly, won't be able to capitalize on that one. She does continue to fight, and it doesn't work out in his favor. Nice opening kill going actually over towards the KlikTech side. It's Maiden to drop Yurik, or Urich rather. And GamePub now at a man disadvantage, and as I said before, a very crucial round.
Joxic still playing with that AWP. In towards apartments, this is a little bit dicey, being so up close and personal, especially with no supports behind him in terms of having a rifler. I'd be a little bit scared, but clearly he is confident. Clearly I'm a bit of a pussy. He doesn't care. He's going to play in towards apartments with that AWP.
Family show.
Oh. It's not a family show anymore. Push going to come out towards A long. Oh! It's a dead man. Weir catches the first player out, and the push will come into the A site. Muffy is caught off guard, though. Trades still coming in, but Collins will fall on the site. It's all up to Weir, and he does get the one kill, but I think he's going to have to concede this bomb plant. Oh, well, never mind. The molly comes in. It doesn't quite deny the bomb from going down, though, so it's up to Joxic to clutch.
I feel like Joxic wins these, though. I can, for some reason, see it happening. Seems like GamePub never chained together rounds. Maybe this will be the exception. Joxic gets one. The spray comes in, but he doesn't quite get the transfer. That was so close. I don't know how it even took Weir so long to actually go ahead and get that trade. That was just very awkward, but nice round coming in. He gets himself 4 kills. Should be able to pick up that up as well. Where? He was standing on top of an up. That's strange. He's dropping the AK over to Collins. I guess he can buy an up himself. No, I guess they just want the rifles.
They bought an up, I think. What? Oh, I don't know.
I think it was their up from the previous round, was it? I don't know. I'm confused.
Did he say that? I don't remember.
No, he didn't pick it up. He looked at it and then ran away.
Yeah. I guess it's
back in the lead, though.
Yeah. Oh. We'll see if that lack of AWP goes against them here, because already that push comes in down Banana. That seemed very isolated there from Chev. I mean, I think Urich was throwing some nades behind him, but you generally would want a second player there to be ready for the trade, and that doesn't come through. So KlikTech kind of get gifted an opening kill. Pretty easy one for them to find, and that means that they can certainly slow things down. I mean, we've already seen them try to play these slow rounds so far. And with the man advantage, there's no reason not to. Over a minute left, and, well, just as I say they have the man advantage, it gets snatched away from them because of the aggression that was coming in from Skipper. And Muffy nearly gets a second, but Holmes just about shuts him down. In the meantime, though, the bomb is still back towards Banana, and there goes Joxic finding an entry.
Yeah, they're just going to look to try and overwhelm this B-bomb site now. We're going to be under so much pressure, and he won't be able to overcome it. Instead, it's the T side rather, to go ahead and take themselves control of this site and get a bomb plant down. And this should be another round gone in favor of KlikTech. Of course, GamePub not really building up any economy once again. Even with being able to chain 2 rounds together this time, it's still going to be a case of them getting reset instantly. Hopefully this rifle can be saved for the sake of Collins. But it seems like KlikTech may go ahead and actually try and hunt this one down. So it's not a guaranteed save, and he's going to come into contact in just a couple of moments. While Holmes is going to be able to find that kill. And there we go, 13 to 13. Once again, likely going to be an eco that has to come out for the CT side. And actually 3 players are going to be looking at a double eco. So even if they go for the 1 eco, it's not going to be a great buy. And they might have to even concede map point. Concede map point, rather. You can see because of that, a pause has been called. Like KlikTech, actually. So let's see what this is. Perhaps a tactical pause.
Yeah, it might be worth just figuring out exactly what GamePub's money is like, because I mean, I don't know if they'll know how bad it is. I mean, in that earlier round win, GamePub did manage to survive with 4 players, and then obviously in that recent one, they only survived with the 1 player in the end, coming down to the clutch. But still, I mean, I would expect them to have a little bit more money than this. So KlikTech could be expecting a bit of a better investment coming in, or they could be expecting a full eco if they think that GamePub's money is even better. But we are going to see GamePub. I thought they might force just because their money's so bad, but considering the fact that they don't want to completely just, you know, lose this game, considering we're so late on, they do decide it's worth the eco. So I guess they are going to buy into the next round, but it's not going to be a great investment. Either way, their chances in this one are non-existent.
Unless Muffy can pull off an insane round with a P250 rather. Definitely possible, but I'm not too confident. Let's see though, control towards Banana once again. KlikTech have been going for fairly standard plays so far throughout the half. They've just been having a lot of success when they actually hit towards those bomb sites. They might be going towards the side of the map that has a bit of a stack, 3 players in position, but with just the default pistol, it's still unlikely that much is going to be found. And there is also, of course, plenty of utility for KlikTech to use. They have those Molotovs, the smokes, and the flashes. And still plenty of time, so they're not really going to be forced to make this commitment anytime soon. Might even be able to just scout it out. There we go, the kills will be going in their favour. Joxic to get 1, where eventually finds the trade, but losing all his teammates in the process also, as now it's down to a 4-on-2, and once again the bomb plant is going to come in. Even GamePub in a 2-on-4 retake, yeah, but it won't even be a retake that's possible, so no chance for him to even go for it. Not to say that though, Skipper is going to go ahead and shut down both players anyway, so yeah, no chance for them to even try and retrieve any weapons. 14 to 13. And as you said, with the buy coming in this round, it wasn't going to be perfect. It's 3 UMPs, 1 M4. Collins should be able to get an M4 as well. They at least have a decent amount of utility. That's the only real silver lining I can find currently.
Yeah, I mean, GamePub, they lost the opening game of this group stages 16-13 against B-Pro. Could be seeing another 16-13 here because KlikTech certainly have the stronger buy. Heading into round 28, they're going to switch things up. A quick push into top mid and already 2 opening kills. This could be it. Muffy also falls. And that is the round finished in, what, in 20 seconds? I think that was done. I mean, yeah, that's impressive. KlikTech completely switch up the pace. And, well, GamePub just weren't ready for it.
Yeah, not much Tashev can do now. He's going to be getting hunted down. Ideally wants to save this, but I don't think it's really too likely. Might have to just try and take a few kills. Get himself a bit of extra money to work with alongside that loss bonus, which in the next round is going to be only 2,400. So yeah, they won't really have much to actually buy into this next one. Going to be very weak. Tashev had a couple of nice kills, though. I may actually be able to pick up a rifle. Question is, can he actually save that AK? Because KlikTech are going to hunt it down, and it's Joxic to close it out. So 15-13. Once again, GamePub, after getting themselves into a pretty decent position early on into the game, end up conceding that map point before they're able to actually achieve it.
Well, here we go. Round 29 could be the end of GamePub in this tournament. If they take this loss, they are out. We are going to see them go for the full spy. Of course, they have to buy whatever they can, but it's not exactly looking great for them. See what the CZs can do alongside a couple of primary weapons. As KlikTech again lean towards A, but we're not going to see such ridiculously quick aggression like we saw in the previous round. Now spreading out somewhat as, ooh, the flash from Maiden tried to get a kill through there, but you can see GamePub trying to take some closer range fights. Coming in. A little bit of damage goes back and forth. It was mainly from the Molotov, though, forcing the CTs back. Still no considerable damage done, although the Ts are actually really up close there. They were going for that boost. That could have been dangerous. But there we go. Joxic already gets the first kill over towards A, and that site looks pretty weak now. The rotate comes in, but Joxic gets another entry, and that might put an end to this game.
Yeah, definitely looking like it will, unless we can see these remaining players step it up massively. 3 versus 5. Gonna have to be that retake without a defuse kit nor any utility. 1 rifle in terms of that FAMAS, that is it. And there we go, Raiden gonna be able to go ahead and get himself another kill. So this round is going to go in favor of KlikTech, as will the map. 16 to 13, and GamePub are going to be eliminated, and in 2 such close fashions on maps that it was looking like at one point they were going to go ahead and actually win it out. It's just a little bit disappointing for them, but they did put up a pretty good performance. They showed something did, and hopefully we'll see from them more in the future. But you will, of course, be seeing some more games from us in the future. We are just going to go ahead and take a quick break while we prepare for the next one. But until then, guys, don't go too far away. Do keep the stream open. Maybe go and get yourselves a nice cup of tea and get ready for some more Counter-Strike action.
And we're back at our analyst desk, so we're gonna discuss this game. First of all, I want to say that GamePub started pretty well on their T side. They managed to take that half in their advantage 10 to 5, but in the second half they made some really crucial mistakes, especially. I mean, they played really well in the first half, playing so aggressive towards mid, taking control of apps, and from that point you can do whatever you want towards that A side. But they tried that aggression in the second half on City side, and we've seen Juric actually playing very aggressive on Banana. He gets taken down, making that man disadvantage for his team. They lose the round. He tries once again. He loses once again, and after that, when it was 13-13, we've seen Chev doing the same thing, and it was really, I don't know what to say, but their economy is about to get depleted if they lose the round, and eventually they will lose the whole map. And he gets killed, and after that, they made a rotation towards A side. It was really hard to defend the bomb site with only 2 guys, especially if you don't have control over apps. And after that last round, they went double eco, and they just couldn't do anything. So Lucas, I'll start with you. Lucas. And is my microphone working yet?
Yeah, all's good.
I'm gonna start with you. So what went wrong for GamePub in that moment?
Yeah, so the game was very similar to the previous game in a lot of fashions. They did a good start. They got the start that they needed to pull something off, but unfortunately, they couldn't really closed it out in the end. It was a mainly economical issue from the start, because they won the pistol round, and then right after they lost, and then losing, not winning the 2 consecutive, that really messes up your economy. So no early AWP for Joxic. He struggled, but after a couple of rounds, he actually got to buy the AWP, and then they finished on the C side pretty strong in the end. So that was good, and then he carried on to that T side. So I mean, Joxic, they used him as the key player on the T side because he saw him as an entry fragger, and that's what we discussed before the game. You really want, if you have a new AWPer, you really want them to push and find the opening frags, because then that gives you, such a huge opportunity. We saw Joxic many times push forward, get the entry, and get key player for his team.
Yeah, I think overall he played quite well for the squad. I think the biggest problem for GamePub was that on their City side, also they didn't have enough economy. As we saw it, those last couple of rounds, they couldn't really swing a couple of rounds in a row. They lost really crucial one at 13-13, as you, Dennis, said. But I would say that overall GamePub had a decent showing. Like both games losing 16-13, even though they are kind of newish team. So the future is bright ahead of them. But on the other side, I'm not really impressed with how KlikTech played their City side. I mean, T side was perfect for them, winning, of course, 10 rounds there, the 9-6 half, and I expected more, because I think they made a couple of huge mistakes on their City side. For example, they didn't really rotate properly. They always had one man disadvantage coming into like first couple of seconds in the round. Someone wants to pick, someone wants to make a hero play, and in the end they die. And I think that was one of the biggest problems for KlikTech on their City side. But T side looked kind of coordinated, even though they had the Joxic as a stand-in. But as you said, Joxic was that a player that's going to make an impact, that's going to be entry fragger for the team with AWP. And he did quite well. A couple of times opening sites, opening banana as well when he had a good spawn. So overall, everything worked out for them.
Yeah, in the 14th round of, or no, it was 14th round in the first half. It was actually the very first time that Joxic took AWP in his hands, and he immediately got 3 kills. So what could have happened if Joxic took that AWP much earlier? Maybe it could have been like 16 to 8, maybe more convincing for KlikTech.
Yeah, definitely. We said that they didn't have enough economy on their city side to bring that AWP every single round, and they went into like full buy round. You can see them like having only a smoke and a flash, like no mollies, unless they get a couple of rounds in a row. But GamePub didn't allow them to get a couple of rounds in a row. For example, they get, even when they played against pistols, a couple of times they lost 2 guys, and that's immediately like 2 drops. They can go for a full buy with utility, but those players who drop don't really have one, especially when they're towards A side where GamePub was putting pressure on. Like every single time we talked about that contact play coming out of GamePub, and every single time it was a contact play coming out of them, either